What is up, guys? Welcome to the channel. In this video we have something special planned today. We're going to be torture testing the Pittsburgh, aka Harbor Freight, air compressor. Or are we? That is right, guys. After the first air compressor video that I made, I got really big into the air compressor world, and so I branched out a little bit and I tried some other stuff, including this very interesting wolf box. I tested some of their theories and claims on my Instagram and on the channel that I'll link right here in one of these top corners. Believe it's your top right. Right. My left. Anyway, one commenter and a few people in person and on Instagram asked me, well, what about the cheap stuff? What about Harbor Freight? I'm talking cheap of the cheap. This sucker right here cost me $74.99 before tax. So I was like, cool, I like that. I want to try it. But we're not just going to see how it does on air rep times, but we're going to torture test it. We're going to put it through its paces and see how long this thing can go for until it burns up. Now, I do have a fire extinguisher. I am going to be doing this in a gravel area, nothing to burn nearby. So we should be pretty safe in that regard. I've taken my due precautions. Now, Pittsburgh says that this is a 12 volt, 150 PSI, high volume air compressor putting out up to 1.35 cubic feet a minute, which, if you remember from the first video, is very slow. That is not high volume. It is a single cylinder, 75 bucks. I also make videos on mini Jeeps. Now, I bought this compressor and came home really excited to use it. I opened up the box. Guess what was inside the box? Not this compressor, but this one. Let me show you. I don't know if I got an upgrade or a downgrade. You tell me. On the top was the user manual for the packaged air compressor from Pittsburgh. However, inside the bag was none other than this two-cylinder plastic excuse for a compressor. But it has a couple cool features. One, attached to it at the time was another manual for the same air compressor that I thought I had bought. Again, nothing like this. This sucker has a digital gauge with an automatic stop feature, just like the Morphlate, just like the Wolf box, just like all the fancy stuff nowadays. It's just a little bit bigger than the palm of my hand. Houses two cylinders that are in no way even. This one's all twisted in and bent. This one's kind of straight. It's got a cute little carry handle, and everything's plastic. The housing, the cylinder walls, the motor walls, it's all plastic. So I was confused. But then it got better. We opened up it even more. This is your power connectors. How the heck am I supposed to hook that up to a battery? And what the heck kind of connectors are these? So, fortunately, I have test leads, retractable, and I figured out previously which one is ground. It's going to be this one. They're both black, but I tested already. This is ground. I'm going to hook that up to a battery and run it like that. Now, we're going to do this test, hopefully, the way we did all our other tests, with the Morphlate quad hoses on all four tires of the Bronco. We're going to be going from 10 psi all the way up to 35 psi, if it can do it, if it doesn't burn up before we get there. Time will tell. It claims 2.54 cubic feet per minute, and it has a 30% duty cycle, but I don't know where they're getting those numbers from, and it doesn't give me an actual number. So we're going to get out there and we're going to start. Oh, did I mention it has a flashlight? It has a flashlight. The air compressor has a flashlight. Okay, so we have all of our tires aired down to 10 psi. Now, I did run into a couple issues off camera, one being the test leads are only rated to 10 amps. Glad I checked that. The air compressor draws a max of 30 amps, so I ran to the store last night on the mini Jeep and I got a set of jumper cables. These will work just fine. to bridge the gap between the battery and the compressor. I looked for leads that would clip onto the compressor's leads, but they just didn't have them in stock. That's fine, jumper cables will work. So I got that. And then due to the type of Schrader valve fitting on the air compressor, it doesn't actually fit onto my 4-way hose. So we're gonna be airing them up one tire at a time, which I think is best given the low CFM it puts out anyway. So without further ado, we're gonna get started. It's been like 15 hours for me, and maybe 5-10 seconds for you. Let's get started. What I should have done is a flashlight test. That would have been cool. Ground. And we have power. Ready, set, go. Now this compressor is going to get hot, so I have my Morflate medium-sized gloves on to protect myself in case it should get hot. And by the way, this is a great time to mention the video's sponsor. All right, and then enjoy it. We'll keep going. All right, we're at 35 PSI. Is it gonna keep going or is it gonna stop? It's supposed to stop. Oh, there we go. Well, now it reached 29.5 PSI. I'm a little confused about what happened there, but that was 6 minutes flat. It's a little warm. We're going to switch it to the next tire here and check the pressure on that first one, see where it's at. If I can find it. There it is. Okay, well, while that second tire is airing up, let's check the pressure on this first one. It kept reading 30, even though I'd set it at 35, and it wouldn't go above 30, so that was kind of strange. Let's check it. Tire's at 31, compressor was set to 35, it kept stopping at 30. So it's not 100% accurate. All right, 30 again. So we'll test that as well. It's set to 35 and it just keeps reading 30. Maybe it just physically can't push out farther than 30. It's not strong enough. It's a tiny little motor. Oh. What's it doing? Oh, it's hot. So it's not turning on anymore. And it's super, super hot. Try unplugging it, plugging it back in. Nope, it's not going. Now, to be fair, it does have a overload protection circuit. It's probably what tripped because of how freaking hot it is. That'll burn me if I keep my hand there on the motor wall. Cylinders are actually grabbable. They're very warm, but you can hold them. It's the motor surface that's blazing hot. I'm guessing my thermal overload is working, which is a good thing. Grandma always said, anything mechanical, give it a good whack. All right, well, it ain't gonna turn back on. So we're gonna let it rest for whatever time it needs to rest and see if it'll kick back on, if that overload switch will allow us to turn it back on once it cools down. I know a great way to cool it down. Connect it from the battery for obvious reasons, but good old water cooling properties right there. Nope, water didn't help. We'll get back to you in a few. Still nothing. It's been 8 minutes since it died. Still won't turn on. It's been cooling down this whole time. Did I kill it already? I don't know. We'll wait 15 minutes. I think that's what it said somewhere, is to wait 15 minutes. We'll do that. See if I can get it to work after this. Nope. Yeah. All right. So there's your control module. Some wires, some loose screws that were working their way loose. Tiny little pistons in there. Okay. Need the other side open too. Cool. All right, well, thank you so much for watching. I'm gonna go see if I can return this compressor now with the 1-year replacement plan I bought, where they said it would work, even if I destroyed it myself for a YouTube video. So we're gonna go test that theory. Like I said though, it is a different compressor in the box than what was advertised. So even though that's not on me, they don't know that. So somebody done pulled a fast one. Don't be that person.